Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Gurmiston, who rule and teach word, and peace and salutations and blessings to the Lord's hopeful elect, who have been scattered in the four corners of the earth, hoping to be saved in these last days or in these end times from the hand of their enemies. And we are living in the last days of the last days, as the Bible has been prophesied from the beginning. As we are in these times, the Lord is the Lord is preparing also to make his second return on this planet Earth. And on his return, the Lord is going to bring what? Is going to come first and foremost with the army of heaven, which are the angels, to come to judge this world, from their wicked ways, and from the evils that they have done to the children of Mosiah. The children of Mosiah being who? Being us, the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native America, which we are Israelites, the true Israel. So the Lord is coming to judge the world, the people of the world, this society, for coming against us, the children of Mosiah, and at the same times, while the Lord is judging the world, even the two set of his people who have joined hands, who gonna be in the mindset of Esau in those times, the mindset of rebellious and the wickedness, they're gonna be judged together with Esau and the rest of these other nations. Only the elect of the nation of Israel are the one who are gonna be delivered, from the coming destruction, and as Bible has been prophesied, this whole world is gonna be judged by fire, as the first world was judged by the way of what? Of water or flood in the time of Noah. This time the Lord is preparing this world, for great destruction, and that destruction is going to come by the way of what? Fire, which is going to be through those nuclear missiles this nation possess, and also concentration far from the child of the Heavenly Father. So the whole world is going to be engulfed with fire, especially America. So as without further ado, I'm going to read it's a book of Isaiah, first and foremost, 9 and 6, which say, let me see, 9 and 5, because as I mentioned, because this world is going to be going through the time of destruction as has never been before. The previous judgment that Mosiah brought on the earth are not going to be compared to what Mosiah is about to bring on these times. Mosiah is going to use fire to destroy people, and those fires going to be by the way of those nuclear missiles. So I may read this book of Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garment rolled in blood, but this shall be with a burning and fury of fire. In previous times, in past time, in ancient times, when nations were going to war, they were always war in a close combat. People chopping each other legs, limbs, heads, people taking, killing each other, man, in face to face, But these times, there's gonna be the war. There's gonna be war on this planet Earth, the war of all wars, also known as the World War III, the war of Armageddon, which is gonna be fought here on the Earth, especially in that side of East, the Middle East, so-called Middle East, is known as Levant, so that's where Mosiah is going to gather these nations to fight the war, and that war is going to be what? merciless war, man. You know, because it's gonna be fought not by the way of ancient ways, but the new ways, which is gonna be using this weapon of mass destruction to the end. America is gonna be completely destroyed. So missiles, nuclear destruction is on the way. You know, you know, and a lot of people gonna die in those times. You know, when these missiles being let loose, man. You know, and those missiles gonna be obeying the will of the Heavenly Father, man. They're gonna be sent to their destination. They're not gonna break lungs, man. They're not gonna disobey the Heavenly Father what commands. You know, which is that command is gonna put in the mind of these leaders. You know, as the Bible says, Mosiah is the one who in control. Mosiah control the heart of the kings, as it say here in the book of Proverbs 21:1. It says, well, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water he turneth it whithersoever he will. Every way of a man is light in his own eyes, but the Lord ponders the way, the heart. You know, so Mosiah is control the mind of the people. You know, and the heart is what? Is your mind. You know, Mosiah is control the mind of the kings, man. So are the people of these ordinary people, as you see, you know, including myself. You know, Mosiah is the one who controls us. You know, so in that time, when the said times, the said measure has been fulfilled, you know, the weakness is being overflow, the Lord is gonna work. He's gonna work in the mind of these leaders, man, using his angels, man. You know, the angels gonna come down here and work in the mind of these leaders, and they're gonna go to war, and that war is not gonna be a good war. No, no one gonna be able to escape that war. You know, those who are gonna be drafted to go to fight the war, all of them gonna die there. You know, because they're gonna be, first of all, they're gonna start killing each other, and then when the Lord comes, he's gonna make end of them all, man. You know, because the Lord is gonna come with a great wrath, man. You know, and he's gonna invade this earth, and he's gonna make those nations that are in the war, you know, in a way to stop fighting each other. They're gonna try to fight the Lord, and he's gonna make hand of he's gonna make a hand of them, you know, by consuming them with a concentration fire, man, from the chariot of the Heavenly Father. You know, as I may read here in the book of Second Ezra, 13. I may jump to the point, you know. 8 is because this is Second Ezra. Prophet Ezra was shown the vision of the end times and how it's gonna be ended, you know. So he saw the Lord coming with the army of the heaven, which are the angels, invading this earth, man. And if he was he saw Yahweh, whom the word Ignorant called him Jesus Christ, being in the war with the people of this world, man. You know, the army of this world, the leaders of this world, you know. And guess what? All those people who were trying to fight the Lord handed them instant, man. You know. So I may lead say, well, 2 13:8 say, and after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet does fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war, but only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests, and they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude which was prepared to fight and bind them up every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid. You know, so that's what the Lord is going to do to these people, man. This army, the army of this world, man. In those times when they come to fight him, he's going to hand them in instant, man. You know, it's going to turn them to dust, man. You know, and that's what it's going to be. You know, war against the Lord is going to be a great failure to the people of this world, man. You know, so the hand is going to be very heavy. You know, this all earth is going to be full of the curse of the Heavenly Father, man. You know, the plagues going to be heavy on the earth, and as I mentioned before, nuclear destruction is going to be the it's going to be the main what type of judgment that Messiah is going to judge this world, man. For lack of better word, I may say, you know. So I may go to read the book of Jeremiah 15 and 14, which is say, put yourself in array against Babylon round about, O ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against the Lord. So America, as you know, all these nations, they're going to turn against it to shoot missiles upon it, you know, and to the end, the whole land of America is going to be completely destroyed, you know. But those missiles going to be also shoot everywhere around the world, man. Not only in America, but around the globe, you know. This is the book of 2nd Ezra 16. We go straight to the point as well. 12, start from 12, say, whoa. We start from 7. May one turn again the hollow that is short of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the plague, and who is he that can drive them away? A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? He shall cast lightning, and who shall not fear? He shall thunder, and who shall not be afraid? The Lord shall threaten, and who shall not be utterly beaten to powder at his presence? You know, all these people are going to be afraid in the day of the Lord, man. They're all going to be petrified, you know, seeing the Lord coming, you know, the Lord bring his judgment. They're all going to be afraid, man. Now people are walking prouder, you know, as nothing is happening around the world. But that day they're gonna understand, man, because pain is going to be everywhere, you know, not only in Israel or Afghanistan or Palestine, you know, or some part far from the west, but the war is gonna come to the west as well, man, even to America, you know, and nations they're gonna work, they're gonna use the weapons of mass destruction in these times to hand each other, man, you know. So as it goes on, they say, well. And in the midst of that, as we read in the book of 2nd Ezra 13, the Lord also is going to show up, you know. So it's going to be totally narration, man, or totally destruction, you know. The earth quakes and the foundation thereof, the sea lies up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof are also before the Lord and before the glory of his power. You know? It's gonna be earthquakes. It's gonna be tsunamis. Everywhere. When the Lord appear in the sky, and when there's those missiles as well land on the ground zero, man, they're gonna cause those earthquakes, those tsunamis, and the different calamity that people call them so-called what? Natural disasters. But those so-called natural disasters are going to be caused by what? By the presence of the Lord, and also those missiles that are going to go before him. Behold, the plague are sent and shall not return again until they come. Let me select it. Let me jump back to 13 and say, what? For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, his arrows that he shooteth are sharp. The arrows speak about what? The nuclear missile, ICBMs, intercontinental ballistic missiles, that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the hands of the world. Behold, the plague are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. So when they missile, fly on the sky, these leaders press the button, those missiles come out of the silos and go up to the heaven. They're not gonna come back, man. They're not gonna be able to alter the program, man. To stop the missile from going to their target destination. They're gonna get to their destination, no matter what. As it goes on, it says, "What? Behold, the plague are sent, and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled, and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth, as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even so the plague that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again." As we mentioned before, the plagues are the missiles, and also before that, it's going to be other plagues that Messiah is going to bring on the earth. But the main plague is going to be the nuclear missile, that Messiah is going to use to end this society, man. So this society is going to be ended by the way of what? Of fire. And that fire is going to come by the way of what? Nuclear missile, which is going to be known as the second death. As we understand, the first death was by the flood. The second death is going to be by the way of these nuclear missiles, man. By the way of fire, and a great number of people gonna perish in those times, man. So with that, I may say shalom to the hopeful elect, Yahweh Shalom Shabbat.